Good morning. This is Bill from Auto Europe in Naples. Back to using the iPhone today. I've had a video camera malfunction, so we'll see how this goes. I left it earlier because of wind noise and colors and such, but the hell with it. We're just going to go with it. It's a very chilly Florida morning, at least for down here. It's, in the 40s, 48, 49. I'm absolutely loving it, being a bit of a cold weather guy. We've got the construction that's been going on over here at this Ultimate Garages thing. You can see they put in the shafts for the car elevator. It almost looks like they've got severed heads stuck to the top of them. So frankly, I'm enjoying that. It's like something out of Heart of Darkness or Apocalypse Now, and just sort of gives the dealership this nice ethereal feel to it. Anyway, I have this 2007 Mercedes-Benz SL550 Roadster. 07 being a fairly important year because it went from the SL500 to the SL550. They ended up putting a bigger displacement V8 in it. They bumped it out about 80 horsepower. Otherwise it's fairly similar, virtually identical to earlier models, but does have that more powerful and slightly more modern drivetrain. The color is fantastic. It's Mars red. You can just never go wrong with an SL in bright red. It really is just a great color for SLs. It's, in fact, one of the only Mercedes, I think, that the red really suits it. Maybe an E-Cab, but truly the SL works very well in red. And of course, the SL is a fantastic historical vehicle for Mercedes, starting way back in the 50s with that iconic gull wing that, Andy Warhol did some prints of. It was stood for Sport Light, essentially, which it was. That car was basically a converted Le Mans car that you could use on the street. But Sport Light never really became the design philosophy for SLs. They, very quickly went on to become, well, I guess the 190 SL to a certain extent was pretty light, but really since the R107 that, came out in 72, they just haven't been light, and, sport is debatable. With the R129, they brought sport back a little bit. I call it very much a Grand Tourer car, a GT car. And that is also true of this R230 car, which replaced the R129 in 2003, at least in America, I believe. I love the sound of nail guns in the morning. God, I really, really do. Makes me overjoyed. Anyway, so the R230 came out in 2003 here and just revolutionized the SL. It began with the 129 becoming a little bit more sporty and technological, and the R230 just took that and ran with it. This thing has all kinds of incredible features that just make it an amazing car to own and drive. The line's beautiful. I love the ovoid headlights. I love the slits in the fenders and the hood with the little sleeked back silver bits. All very vintage Mercedes styling cues. Lovely wheels on this. Big dinner plate brakes all around. This is an 07 with 35,000 miles that's just been garaged and babied since new. So nice to see one in this condition. You see the big twice pipes at the bottom, the muted little Mercedes star, all the LED lights on this thing. Now you can see this folding aluminum hardtop is down. And very cleverly, you can see you've got pretty good cargo space under it, but it would be hard to reach. If you press that little guy there, and then absolutely nothing happens. Actually, it comes up if you press it correctly. So now you can move your partition forward. There you can see now we've got full access to our trunk space. You can put your stuff down, put the partition down, put the top back. Lift this guy up here. There you've got your donut spare tire. That's your top pump over there. You got your battery there. Everything nice and neat and tucked away. The inflator, the toolkit. This thing's in real nice shape. But point being, you get pretty good cargo room. You get pretty good access to it. Put that guy back down. Tap that guy again. Down comes your top, and everyone's going to be pretty chipper. Have a look under the hood. God, I do like them in red. Okay, so again, in '07, this was a very much updated motor. 5.5 liters, 382 horsepower, up the torque figures. Economy didn't suffer at all. So you really got to have your cake and eat it in terms of having more power, more torque, and pretty much the exact same fuel economy. You can see it's got a Mercedes battery, which is nice. Means the guy went to the dealer for service. The ABC Sport suspension is underneath those strut towers there. That works pretty cool. And anyway, with 35,000 miles and no northern heritage, this thing is just mint under the hood. All very nice. That's mated to a 7-speed shiftable automatic, and works to be a fantastic drivetrain in this car. Nice solid thud when you close the door there, the trunk. Okay, you press this little oval on top of the seat, and it all moves forward to give you access to your rear cargo. And in here, you can press that little guy. There's your CD changer, a little place to stuff your contraband. Ditto there on the other side. That's actually a nice spot for books or spare ammo clips. If you have a bazooka you want to store, or a wiener dog, you can remove these little seatbelt thingies here, put your wiener dog under it, and then click it into that little receptacle and strap them in. So it's kind of strange, but does work to keep any cargo you put on the package shelf back there just fine. Over here, door panel, all very nice. I like the two-tone, the taupey, the beigey with the lovely light wood in between. They give you these great big map pockets. Nice place to, stuff, you could probably put a big full J-frame revolver in there. You've got your hot seats, cool seats, your 52-way power, your memory, your windows, your trunk release. Now, because this is keyless go, which is essentially a thing that you can keep the key in your pocket, lock it like that, and open it by putting your hand on it. What that means is it's just going to beep at you every time you open the goddamn door. It's beeping already. I haven't even gotten in the car. It doesn't even know I can hear the beep, and it's beeping at me. So that is something that would drive me absolutely nuts. You can see the beautiful seats. The iPhone makes them look like crap. They're actually lovely, rich, cream beige leather in fantastic shape. You can see the perforations for the hot and cool. They are actually quite nice. That's one thing. That's one of the reasons I left the iPhone. Oh God, let's close that door and see what we got. Put my seatbelt on just to show you this stuff. All right, so keyless go, keys are in the pocket. We just tap that shifter on top. Everything's gonna fire to life here. There you see the instrument cluster, just 35,000 miles on it, all very nice. What else do we have? I'm not a big fan of the instrument cluster hump, honestly. It looks a little bit like the Sydney Opera House or something. All these big overhangs and swoops. It looks a little bit insubstantial to me for an instrument cluster. I prefer a big solid hump without all the curvature. But it's fine. I mean, obviously it gets the messages across that you need to have. Your water temp, your gas, your tach, and your miles per hour. You can also go through the different information stuff, default trip odometers, telephones, and so on and so forth. So you get a little bit of a driver information center. You've got your automatic headlights here. Of course, there's xenon, your washers for the headlights. You got a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, optional wood and leather, nice to touch, lovely. Over here, Mercedes-Benz command unit, that gives you your map and satellite and AM, FM, and that sort of thing. Display's a little bit wonky in this one. Usually I order a new screen, but they come from China and take forever, so who has time to wait? You also have cup holders right here. Over-engineered and ridiculous, but they do seem to keep working, so all very nice. This is something I've always liked on SLs. You've got this climate system, which is well designed. It's a little bit strange looking, like a raccoon looking at you with a nose or something, but you got your thermostats here. You've got your thermostat's there. And then you press this and out comes a little shaft, and it reminds me of the self-destruct mechanism in the old Star Trek movies. You know, you'd press a thing, a shaft would come up, you'd twist it, it would drop, then there'd be another one. Are you sure you want to blow up the Enterprise? Yeah, absolutely I do. Just keep going. And anyway, I just think that's cool. I'm not usually taken with weird little, you know, design things like that, but I quite like them on this car. Anyway, that's all your AC controls there. You got a little ashtray there if you want to take up smoking. Very nice. You know, it's still a gated shifter, but now covered with leather. I kind of liked looking at the gating in the old Benzes, but man, whatever. You've got your comfort and standard setting on the transmission. That'll change the way it shifts for smoothness or for, you know, normal. You've got your electronic stability protection. That's a very cool traction control. I did not realize we had the Airmatic, ABC in the slightly up position when I photographed it, so that's going to look a bit crazy. But you see, if I click that, what it's going to do is raise the vehicle a little bit more. So if you need more ground clearance, pretty soon, 2 buttons on, you're going to look like Bigfoot or Gravedigger. The thing's going to be way tall. In fact, let me show you that. Take the risk of this thing beeping at me again. But yeah, look at the ground clearance now on the front tire. Absolutely amazing. So now I'm going to click this guy. It's going to go back to normal height. Watch it drop. There it is, and that just makes a lot more sense. So only thing is, now your wife will probably drag the front bumper off one of those parking stops. Okay, over here you've got your power mirrors, left, right, joystick, nice. ABC Sport suspension, active body control. What that does is do away with the need for traditional sway bars and struts and that sort of thing. Instead of using those, what it does, I shouldn't say struts, it has struts, but not coilover type things. It uses a hydropneumatic system to pressurize all the different struts on the car. So if you're taking a very hard left-hand corner, of course, the cars want to tilt this way with body roll. Well, what it'll do is pump up the right side much more than the left and keep the car level even through the corner. So a very nice system. The glove box, you got a nice big set of books. Lovely. That'll take you a month to get through those. It's air conditioned in there, so if you want to keep a sandwich inside, it'll keep it chilly. Nice. You got a little center console here where you can hook up your Bluetooth dongle, get Bluetooth in it. This big flapper guy is the top control, kind of a ridiculous button, but underneath it is the roll bar. So I can manually raise that, and it's quite nice. So if you like that look, there you go. You can drive around with your roll bar up, looking kind of sporty. You can also, of course, then lower it again. More importantly, that acts in harmony with the SRS system, the rollover, the pre-safe. So God forbid the car's going to roll over or you're in a collision, that thing is going to ratchet up in an instant to give you head protection, which is a pretty cool feature. Okay, and up here you've got self-dimming mirror, home link, SOS, which is Mercedes-Benz Embrace, their version of OnStar. You press that, you get a cranky German woman wondering why you're bothering her. They're still supporting it for the moment, but who knows how long that'll last. If you want to run the top, if you want to run it back, you pull back like that. If you want to run it forward and close it, you push down. The trunk will open from the front. A bunch of little panels come up, and here comes this very fast folding aluminum hardtop that seals quite nicely into place. Windows go up, trunk comes back down, and I mean, in like less than 20 seconds, you're sitting at a traffic light, you're gonna have that top up or top down. Oh, let's have a look at the car now. Keep it beeping at me. There, look at that. So beautiful curvature on the roof line. You know, you've gone from being an open top Roadster to a sealed roof coupe in about 15 seconds. All very, very nice stuff. God, this car's attractive. Really is. And these things are kind of bargains in the car world right now. Every SL goes through this point where it kind of ages enough that the real current hipster guys, you know, they're not going to buy it, and the collector guys aren't looking for it either. So you end up really depressing the prices. And to think that you can buy this, you know, $95,000 German open-topped Roadster with 35,000 miles for less than a new Kia Optima is pretty incredible. Anyway, with the top up, you can then put that partition up. You get loads of trunk space. Even fit a set of golf clubs in there, and get that back down. Everyone's going to be chipper. Let's go for a spin. Oh, I should say this thing also has the orthopedic seats with pulse, so it'll give you a little massage. They seem to be working for the moment, but frankly, that's a system that breaks fairly quickly because of the fragility of the airbags. And on 90% of these cars, it doesn't stay working. So if they work for you in your car, be happy. But when they give up the ghost, don't bother with them. They're probably just going to cost too much to fix. All right. You get a nice, healthy growl out of that 8-cylinder. Holy God. Right now I got my pulse seats going. It's a little chilly. I'm gonna give myself some heat. Nice. Turn down my fan a little bit. And off we go. And let me tell you, man, you feel that V8 under you. You really do. For such a heavy, substantial convertible, it really turns out to be quite nimble and lovely feeling. That Porsche's getting all kinds of crap delivered. Yeah, there's just instant torque and juice under your right foot. Brakes, it's got very advanced brakes that do all kinds of stuff to help you out. Like when you take your foot off the gas, it kind of puts the pads right up against the... Thank you, very kind, appreciate it. Oh, thank you, that's very nice, thank you. Sometimes you have to guilt these people to let you out into traffic. Anyway, so it puts the pads right up against the rotors, and that, you know, slows down braking time. Or I should say speeds up braking time. I don't know, whatever. It makes you brake faster. So a lot of technology in this car that really helps the driver. A shitload of power under the right foot that really helps the driver smile. Oh my God, was that nice. I wish I had an open road. You know, in the old neighborhood, driving through was great, but I always felt like a terrible traffic offender. Here, I don't feel nearly as guilty hot rodding the cars, but I'm always at a red light behind a Murano or next to an F-150, so really can't win. I need to go out to the country where I can take this thing on a road and go nuts. Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, so here it is, R230 Roadster, 2007 Mercedes-Benz SL550, folding hardtop, you know, all aluminum. Right now I've got the massage seats going with the heat. They feel beautiful. This one's bright red, Mars red, 35,000 miles on it. You know, fresh tires, lovely drive. You know, this is S-Class level sports car comfort. We got an F-150 tailgating me. That's great. That's helpful in the morning. And, you know, when you pull up somewhere, you just have this look like you've arrived. You know, that's what SLs are all about, other than, you know, of course, the lovely driving. They do present a very nice image to the world. All right, let's hammer it. You said yellow light. That was the traction control kicking on. There's all 382 horse on tap, and man, it just feels like it would pull all the way to 160 or so and feels smooth doing it. What a machine. What a machine. So anyway, there it is. If you have an interest, give us a call. Talk to little Richard. He's been pretty chipper lately, so that's a good thing. 239-298-8000 on the web at aenaples.com. Thank you so much for having a look. Again, 07 SL550. Great car, and we'll see you with the next one. Take care.